Hello and welcome back to Vlogmas Day
21.
21. How about that then?
And there's 4 days to go. And then an earbud.
And an earbud, yeah. I know, when he does that, he always reminds me that he's pedalling a bike.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren.
And as we said, this is Earbud. He's our eldest, although we believe him and Bonnie to have come from the same litter. And Bonnie did her face and hands, but she didn't stay up, so she will come out for music.
Yeah.
Right, so without further ado, this little fluffer, I don't know whether that sounds rude or not, but this little fluffy wafty woo is a little monkey, aren't you?
You want a little run, do you?
Does he? He wants to run, he wants to lick. Right, so he's happily in his ball, which means you'll hear constant banging around. He likes nothing better than to bang into things. It's the noise of him. Right, so we are looking for number 21, you said?
Yep, that's right.
Yay!
Yeah, so you had your finger on it, your thumb on it.
Look. I saw it. It's a big one and it's got 21 quite clearly on white, so I stand a chance.
It's got day 22 next to it.
4 days to go. Does it match me icing?
It does. It matches the icing.
He only cost us sympathy. Oh, it's my grey ones. You see, I have a theory in this life. If you find something you like, get it in all colours. Or all the colours you like, anyway.
Yeah.
But isn't that lovely? That is so gorgeous. See, I don't mind faux fur. I go with it. It's like keeping your hamsters with you, even when they're having a...
Not with you?
No, that's right, when they're at home. Because it's way too cold to take them out this weather.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't take them out if it's too cold. We don't take them out if it's too warm. But we very rarely take them out these days because obviously I don't go
Debbie doesn't go out.
But they have been known to visit a nanny and Grammy. And
not these ones.
No,
other ones
these
have.
Ones. Other ones have, yes. And they love it. They absolutely love it. Right.
Do 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 do. Your nug gets every day.
Every day, people.
Come Christmas Eve, we won't be able to lift it.
That's a thought, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Well, come Christmas Eve, I'm going to have to start thinking next year where I'm going to put it all. I will find it. I found 20.
Yeah.
There's 21. It's one of the little drawer ones.
It is.
Ooh.
We found it though.
Heave. Right. Now then.
Oh, no. What's this one?
Spray Gryffindor. No, there's no. Of course, there isn't any colour to these ones.
No, there isn't. No.
Blimey, you need muscles.
Just be careful with this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Right. Break
it. That is really nice. It's my advent calendar one. Yeah. Right. So, had a quick run round then because Darren went and got his mum. So, have a sniff. I smell coconut. It's very subtle.
There is a faint bit of coconut.
I quite like it.
And some properly citrus.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, but I say it's a lot weaker than some of the other ones.
I must admit, it sounds really wrong with me, but I'm really excited about the Slytherin one because if it smells as nice and melony and fresh as the other one.
What's wrong with that?
To be fair, we all have everything in us. I don't think anyone's purely one house.
No, I did one before. I think I'm 80-something%, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Okay.
Right, and that goes in there. And we got Hairwick.
Okay. Now this has been...
It's 21.
I know it's 21, I found it.
Yeah, hey.
Actually, that felt like that was already loose, but it wasn't because I didn't do it.
No.
Oof. Right.
Look at the back.
It'd be frosted winter berry scent.
All right.
It's just that looks more...
Yeah. That'd be the one.
It's nice though.
Yeah. It's not bad. Yeah. Oops.
That's it. It's throwing my tablets around now, Peggy.
Yeah. We've now got Gracie's Court.
Right.
It's the lucky dip one.
We're not trying to whiz through you, honestly. It's just that you've got lots of things to do.
Well, it's all as we run out of ones, we're getting lower. It's easier to find the numbers.
Yeah, ish.
Right. That's the same colour as yesterday, wasn't it?
It's got a fake smell of mint.
They've all got a fake smell of mint.
I'd say this is cocoa by the fire, actually.
Roasted chestnuts.
No, but cocoa
Rich
by
sweet.
the fire.
Cocoa and log fire. Cocoa beans, blend with ambers and deep cedar base.
I don't know whether you'll be able to smell it because it's really subtle. And I mean really, really subtle. But it's in there, definitely.
Yeah. You still smell of mint over the top of everything else.
Yeah, well, mint chocolate's fine, isn't it, people?
There we go. Talking about having been able to smell everything over the top of everything else. Yeah. This.
The excitement's getting to me, people. I know you all look forward to this one. I just can't get over how disappointing it is. It looks so flashy.
What colour is it?
Oh dear. Oh, come on. Come step.
For the benefit of my mum, who hasn't seen all the bits, they all smell the same.
Oh, blimey, apart from that one. Like that.
Apart from the apple and cinnamon one.
It's like
that's all right, you can put it down.
Why do I always do that to myself? It smells like dirty socks, yes.
Right, and happy Xmas to you.
Yay.
4 days left in it too.
Oh, where are we?
21.
I know. It's he jinxed me. You heard him.
So you've already done 5.
Oh, they're easier to find now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're easier to find. You'll never get them off the back, but they're easier to find.
This one wasn't actually in the... Hang on, I'm going to have to push through number 9 and number 12 to stop the little beggar from... Aha! Right, we got there.
Yeah. Right.
Crikey. All sides were taken.
Well, we've got one on here. Sandy Claus.
Oh! It smells a bit like Victory.
Yeah. La da 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 da. Oh, you mean Victor? So, yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah, it's biscuity.
It really is. That is really nice. I get some very funny looks if I go around snorting my hamster, but there you go. Quite frequently, unashamedly.
So what I've got next
You know what one this is, people?
It's the music, which means grab the hamster and clear that away.
Yep.
And it's Onita, here she is. Da, da,
Bonnie,
da, 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 da.
if you watch, look,
Look,
she follows the food.
No, she's not. She's watching Mummy now.
She's right. Let's see which one it is. You can't read that.
No.
She's going to go.
What, is it German?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why she can't read it.
Super die Glocken nie Klinger. Klingon? Klingon.
Klingon. Klingon's on the starboard bow.
Right. Play the music. Go on then. No.
That's it.
Okay. crikey, that was a quick
one. That was a quick one. That was a
just
quick
as well, really.
Yeah, that was a quick 40 seconds, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, look at this. Now, honestly, have you seen the like? I'm letting her take bits because I know she doesn't actually eat them. She just likes sleeping with them. It's the hamster in here that does it. Right, madam.
Mistress Moo. Mistress
Zoink.
Right. Anyway, we know what's next. Next is the Sherlock one. And that means that Derek gets to sit down.
That's right.
Here we go.
Christmas cookies.
Yep.
Now, I was so excited about this. And then it was like being at school. I did work in accounts for a short while. So, yeah. I mean, I got the flour, butter, almonds and eggs myself. And the baking powder was already worked out for you. I've got to say this is probably not particularly nice sounding cookies, if I'm honest. No. So I don't know that she should really bother.
So you got the...
But, sugar.
Right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Right.
A lot of you didn't get sugar.
No.
I think you said, didn't you?
Yeah. So you got the flour was 500, which is minus 12, minus 21, minus 12, minus 21. Butter, which was 250 grams, which was plus 5 times 5 plus 5 times 5. The almonds was 100 grams. So it went plus 4, plus 8, plus 16, and then it would have been plus 32. The eggs, divided by bits each time, 720 divided by 6, then divided by 5, then divided by 4, then divided by 3, which left you with 2 eggs.
Yeah.
The sugar, no one got on here.
Yeah, had a quick look this morning.
Yeah. Lolly Wayne had another go on it, but it wasn't the bit, because what it was, it took me a bit longer, that one.
Who had a go?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. You explain what it was.
Yeah, what it was times 2. Then you looked at it, and it was like times 10, and then so it was a bit confusing to start with. But then I did a times 2 on that, which gave you 200, and you had the 40,000 afterwards. So if you divide 40,000 by 200, it gives you 200. So if you've got a 10 times 10 and a 200 times 200, that means it's been squared. So it was times 2 and then squared, then times 2 and then squared, which gave you 200 grams.
Or in my case, a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with multiplication, and I hate division. I always have hated division. I can do it, but I hate it. I hate it to my teeth.
She hates it. She does. She hates it.
I does. The same as percentages. I hate. But
right.
Multiplication and subtraction and all that jazz is fine.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah. So how did everybody else do? Because name some clever people for me.
Lolly Wayne got it all apart from the sugar. Angela got it all apart from the sugar. They both had to think about it afterwards. And Leanne didn't, because she got no clue with it, not even having a go, not even attempted it.
Different horses for different courses.
That's right.
You know, I mean, only certain things jingle your bells, and
that's right.
If that isn't your thing, then fair dues. Now, personally, I prefer wordy ones because that's more how my brain sort of works. As I say, I can do mathematics. It's just it's too much like homework or work. Now then.
Right. You got the answer one.
I've got the answer for it, so let's see if we're right.
You're going to love going through that. Depends how in-depth it gets.
Yeah, I know. You've chosen some rather simple number series. I see. Merely mildly challenging. Holmes held the piece of paper close to Mrs. Hudson's eyes. Stop keeping poor Mrs. Hudson under suspense, Holmes, Dr. Watson said. You are a mean old tease. Mr. Holmes ignored him. Look here. For flour, subtract 12 and 21 alternatively. 545 minus 12 is 133 minus 21 is 12. Do I really have to
No,
write
no.
through all these numbers, people?
No.
Right, okay, and Darren was right about the squared as well, because I can see the word down there, so that's that. Blah, 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 blah. Now for my reward. I am sure you won't mind giving me some of your lovely biscuits, will you? Of course not, Mr. Holmes, Mrs. Hudson mumbled, and disappeared with a bright red face. Thing is, why would you try and code it?
Well, Debbie thinks these cookies are going to be awful anyway.
I do.
You've got 500 grams of flour, 250 grams of butter.
Which is standards.
Or 250 grams of butter, 100 grams of almonds, 200 grams of sugar, and 2 eggs.
They're going to taste really marzipan-y, and I'm not a lover of marzipan, so I personally don't think they will taste great. But that's my opinion. And we already know I'm fussy. But can we just raise the point here? The most interesting thing about that for me was the fact that Dr. Watson had a dog, and somebody as fastidious as Holmes allowed it in the flat.
Yeah.
Now, I find that amazing. Also, as a side point on that, I'm really disappointed because nobody said what the name of said dog was. So, yeah, slap on the wrist, people. Definitely. Right, you've got an explosive solo.
An explosive solo?
An explosive solo.
Han Solo?
Yeah. We're being wicked, really, because we're keeping your mum as quiet as possible in the corner. Because
she's got the answers going around.
Always picks up everything.
Right. Right, so we've got Watson. How kind of you to bring me to this shady jazz bar. But what can we expect to hear? Holmes looks around with suspicion. Jazz, usually. Hardly any of the small tables were occupied. For improvisation of the theme of popular Christmas carols, my dear friend, it will make a nice change. Ah. The stagehand was busy carting in the instruments. He dropped the bass and guitar onto their stands and set up the drums in a few brisk routine movements, though he handled the bass drum with great care. The drum skin was probably rather delicate. As soon as he'd finished, the 3 musicians appeared on stage. The stagehand greeted them each with a friendly kiss on the right cheek before he disappeared into the wings. When the guitar player turned around to his colleagues to discuss the cues, Holmes spotted the tattoo of a knife on the back of his neck. The other musicians also had tattoos. The bass player had black spots tattooed on his knuckles, and the drummer had gravestones on his arms. Do you think they can capture the Christmas spirit? Watson said under his breath. The bass player began to play a succession of notes. As the guitar joined in, the melody of Jingle Bells started to take shape. Not bad, Watson whispered to Holmes. Don't you agree? However, before Holmes could answer, the drummer joined in with a roll. As he stepped on the pedal and the beat touched the membrane of the bass drum, there was a huge explosion. The drummer and a large part of the stage disappeared. Bits of wood flew everywhere as Holmes and Watson were flung from their chairs. Within just a few minutes, the police and fire brigade had arrived. Holmes and Watson checked to make sure they weren't injured before they joined the helpers, with their ears still ringing. What on earth happened? The doctor panted. A bomb went off, Holmes answered. And what's more, we were warned. I don't know how we were warned, but I know, did it?
I don't know, I'd have to read that through again. But the thing is, I mean, part of the reason I'm going to have to read that through again is, if I'm honest, I was waiting for Darren to explain it, or say that there was a body in there.
I believe that. What, a bass drum? You've seen the size of a bass drum?
Isn't it that big one?
It's the big one at the bottom, yeah.
It might be a small body. Elf. It's Christmassy, isn't it? There you go.
Yeah, I think I've got the majority of it.
Fair enough. He always says that. It's really annoying. He has actually got a really high IQ. But Darren's theory on IQs is pretty much Einstein's as well.
No. I adapted Einstein's one. It's not mine. I didn't come up with the same idea.
No, but you agree with it.
But no, I've got it because it's mostly maths and number and word puzzles, an IQ test is, and logic problems, and I'm quite good at them. Einstein said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then you have to forever think it's stupid. because it means you're only good at what you're good at.
But that is why I always say, I can't remember what I always say.
Don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm good at what I'm good at. I'm rubbish at other things, but it doesn't matter because everybody's good at something.
That's right.
Even if it's just whinging.
Yeah.
I've known some prime whingers in my time. They could win awards.
Yeah.
Right. Go on then.
Right. And you've got yesterday's question.
Yesterday's question.
Which is, what film don't you like? What Christmas film don't you like?
Least favourite Crimbo film.
We've got Angela. She doesn't like the Polar Express either. But it really isn't any other Christmas film she doesn't like. You like the Polar Express.
Yeah, no, we already went through
you and Leanne then.
Like
you and Leanne, because Leanne says she loves the Polar Express as well.
Is it just me, or is that kid on it looking freaky?
But she can't stand the Christmas Carol.
Which is weird, because we pretty much love more or less every version, apart from the fact that we did find some we didn't like.
And Lolly Wayne, she couldn't think of any Christmas films that she didn't like. And then as soon as we said the Polar Express, she was like, yeah, I don't like that at all. I find it really depressing.
Right, so...
what have you got? No clue why. Leanne's also got, she doesn't like that. Christmas Carol she can't watch, no clue why. Elf, Scrooge and Grinch I'm not much fussed on. So yeah. So everyone's on tenterhooks.
I know.
Everyone wants to know. What is Debbie's question of the day?
It's getting swapped for number 22 because the other one's a least favourite again, so I'm going to change them around.
Yeah.
Right, so in that case, I want to know.
Ooh.
It's all about trees, people, today. I want to know your favourite type of Christmas tree, your, your theme, your tree topper. Now, you see, if you have multiple trees, it's all about trees.
We have got multiple trees.
We have got multiple trees, as you know, because Darren has shown you my one that I made up.
We've got
the bits I made up for that.
That 3 foot one there. We've got the real one over there. We've also got in Debbie's mum and dad's loft. We've also got another 2, 3.
3, I think.
The 6 foot ones.
We like trees.
including the black one. Love the black one.
Our black one. The black one's usually the one that goes where the 3 foot one is because, let's say Darren can't go up in the loft at mum and dad's at the moment anyway, but the black one we decorate with
purple and silver.
Purple and silver tend to be our colour range.
And film bits.
But, yeah, loads and loads of film bits are on it. We got like what I call my decorations I've got through time sort of thing as well. Like I've got some posh stags and some really pretty. And your soap bubble. I love soap my soap bubble ones. They just look magical. Those do. Yeah. So I mean, the 3 foot one we got was basically I wanted something that. It was last year. It was last year because you couldn't go into the loft. Somebody else's house. So I found rather quickly that they had things that reminded me of our wedding, like with the pine cones and berries, because we got married in November as well. So it was quite, and as I said before, it's a medieval sort of twist on it, and it was all like natural woodland sort of, jobbies as it were. So yeah, I was really pleased when I got that, and we got a wreath at the same time that. Do I mean a wreath? I mean a garland. I've done it again, people. Got a garland that was sort of matching it, and so. Yeah, that's now hanging down from the top of the display cabinet down the centre. But we haven't put the sparkly lights on it, and we're not going to bother now because it's only a few days left. Which isn't bad considering I can't really do anything other than sit here and worry about things that need to be done. But that's me. Right, so we want to know trees. Now then, I realised yesterday I didn't give you the cat story because I think we were panicked on time because we've been running late on bits. Don't know. Or it could have just been that my brain had frozen.
That'd be the one.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, I promised to tell you about the canary. When cats, and other cat owners will probably agree with me on this, or at least it's been our experience, but when cats are about to die, they start acting out of character quite often. You get some, they'll go and hide somewhere quiet. Or you get them acting incredibly, strangely. And with Ben, we had a canary called Pesh. Now, bearing in mind, with my grandmother's love for animals and my mother's love for animals, and my dad had mine, but he loved them just as much. We had fish, a budgie called Magic, who taught the canary to talk, because you can't teach a canary to talk, but it turns out a budgie can. Hamsters, always one black cat, which stayed that way for a long, long time. And rabbits. We did start off with 2 rabbits, Benjamin and Minto. Benjamin and Minto. And Dad said to my mum, let's put them together and see what you got. 7 baby rabbits later, that's what we got. So that gave us Coley, who was the only one like her mum. Smokey, who got returned to us because she bit the child of the family, sort of thing, so they didn't want her. They will bite. If you are rough with them, they will bite. They've got to learn as well. And we kept Polo as well, who was most like his dad. And then, you shouldn't have favourites, but I did. I loved my little run to the litter, bless him. His name was Smudge, and he was white with red eyes, like his dad. But he had the same colouring on the tips of his ears. Well, his ears were brown like his mum's, were sort of mottled brown. And his little puff and his little tootsies. So he looked like he was wearing little socks. So I loved that rabbit, I really did. But no, anyway, going back, so the reason I'm saying all this is to explain to you how used to animals Ben was. And essentially, one day Mum came downstairs and found a few peach-coloured feathers and a couple of other little bits that I'm not going to go into detail with. Anyway, he'd eaten the canary. Now, she'd always had a canary, to my knowledge, anyway. So it was extremely unusual because he was so good with the other animals. Admittedly, he did have this thing about chasing big dogs, but he was really good and protective. Every cat we've had actually has always been terrified of hamsters. So I said hamsters back then. We wouldn't have had them back then. I think there were more budgies because Magic wasn't. See, yes, he must have been. But either way. Sorry, I get very confused. Anyway, so after Ben died, because he died about a day later. And it wasn't from the canary, I can assure you. Because he'd been out of character for about a week. He'd been slightly off and things. We didn't have that with Tobina, because we had her 18 years, I think it was. I love that cat. And we had to have her put down the day before Halloween, which was really hard. But she had been getting worse and worse with arthritis. Anyway, as she was getting worse with arthritis, because they do, and ones that suffer from it do anyway, I'd walk around the house with her in my arms. We were inseparable anyway. And her favourite pastime was batting moths. And then she'd line them up, all outside the back door. So Mum would open the door in the morning and there'd be butterflies, moths, all lined up and going up the alleyway towards the garden. And so she had this real obsession with it. I mean, I suppose we should be lucky because my nan's cats tried. Two sisters, Emma and Pippa, black and white cats. They tried getting a seagull in through the cat flap. And then came down. One of them was trying to pull it through. The other one was trying to push it through. I mean, you know, they're careful.
I've brought dinner.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Mummy's going to be so proud.
That's right. We don't think they.
Was it alive?
No. I don't think they found. I mean, they're big old things. It was a fully grown seagull.
Oh, seagulls are massive.
And they're huge. But we don't think they'd actually got to the seagull because there was no marks.
They think they found it.
And we think it had sort of been found in one of the gardens or whatnot. But to get them over walls and bits like that, and then oh my god. But no. But it leads me to sort of like think, well, you know, you're blessed with your animals, so enjoy them. Be kind. As I know our viewers are anyway.
Yeah.
Stocky as us. But yes, so it's all about the trees today, and I'll try not to press. I'll try not to press the hell out of you tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm sorry. It's just that
I blanked out. I was like, "Oh, she's still talking."
Okay, I'll tell you a dad one.
Tomorrow.
Dad one.
Tomorrow.
All right then, because he's got to edit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll tell you the dad one.
Yeah. Keep in suspense for your dad for tomorrow.
Yeah.
They've already had a couple of your dad ones. Keep them going.
I'll try and think of some more cheerful. I've got plenty of cheerful animal ones, but it's just I got stuck on the canary, and that sort of led me down the line of death, really. But you know, Marley was dead.
Yeah. So
you know,
I say that must be known before any of this story will make sense at all. He was dead as a door now.
Dead as a peach canary. Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that, peoples. But you still get what we are. Anyway, we will see you again
tomorrow, hopefully.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, or it could be today. Could be yesterday. It depends what order you're watching this. Yeah. So until next time, have a good one.
Bye. Be safe and be different, people.